So I started a toy collection a long time ago. It's just because of for nostalgic reasons. I was born in the '70s and I grew up in the '80s, and I miss those times, man. I loved the childhood. Loved the toys. They were actually die cast, not just plastic. Uh, I guess whoever grows up in whatever times, they think it's the greatest times, right? Everybody does. But this is my little toy collection, and I wish I would have saved all of them back in the days because now I have to rebuy them, and they're freaking expensive, like a mother. But you get older, and you can afford stuff. But this is some of them, or most of them actually. So Robotech, uh, the Voltron, the vehicle Voltron before the Lion Voltron, all '80s, except for this one. This one's more '90s Robotech, um, '80s Robotech, early '80s when it came out from Japan. I think that was one of the first animes that started coming out back home in California, and then they banned it because it was so graphic. They actually showed dead people getting shot, and blood, and it was like a soap opera. There was love and romance and blood and gore, and it was war, and it was so cool. And then there's the He-Mans I grew up with. I couldn't wait to get home from intermediate school, I think it was, and get home. And back home in California, cartoons started at like 2:30, and I wouldn't get home until 3:30. That's when school let out. But right away, turn on the TV and started watching cartoons until 5 o'clock when what was it that used to come on at 5? I think it was Knight Rider, A-Team, and then Benny Hill. But my mom wouldn't let me watch Benny Hill because Benny Hill was kind of perverted. So I would act like I was sleeping and watch it until my mom came off and turned off the TV. And these are not '80s, they're '90s, but that was when the new Star Wars series started coming out. The new movies started coming out after the '70s one. Old Batman, not old, but replica. And then because I can't find the old ones, and when I do, I will buy it. And some Hot Wheels. Most of them are new, but I thought they were so cool. Except for some of them, these are some I found from the '60s and '80s, and then some other little Hot Wheels that I thought were so cool. Yeah, I know I'm 51. I think I'm 51. But, I still collect toys. It's just, like I said, it's a nostalgic feeling. It feels good. Just like comic books and everything. It just feels so freaking good, man. It's just something I like. '80s Jetfire, Optimus Prime, all die cast, not plastic crap. The cassettes, Metroplex, Soundwave, and I forgot this dude's name. The Insecticons, Megatron. My mom wouldn't let me have Megatron because it was gun. Freaking liberals, right? My mom's a hippie. She would make us take off our shoes when we walk inside the house, before we walked inside the house, because it's a Japanese culture. My mom, California is so freaking awesome. It adapts all kinds of cultures. My mom's Mexican, but she adapted a lot of Japanese culture, vegetarian culture. It's man, I love it over there. I don't like anybody talking bad about California because it is actually a very trend-setting state. What happens in California will eventually happen in the rest of the country and eventually the world. And that's just a fact, whether you like it or not. It's the truth. Ooh, Dinobots. This one was the hardest one to get, and one of the most expensive ones. The Astro Train Triple Changers. Have these guys, which a lot of them are not complete. I still have to find things and hopefully find them on eBay. Little fists and guns and things like that. And then there's these guys. There's Mirage and Hound. This one's a newer one, but I thought that was so cool. Old Transformer, 90s Transformer. But these other ones back here are 80s. Every single one of these are 80s. It's what I grew up with, tearing them apart. Wish I would have saved them. And there's the 90s stuff, 90s Star Wars. If I would have saved the old 80s, 70s, man. And it's still not complete. I still need more shelving, and which I'm gonna buy. And one of my favorite stuff is Rick and Morty. I think it's so freaking cool, Rick and Morty. It's one of my favorite shows. Still going on. So I bought some lighting, and I still need more shelving. Need about 10 more just to put everything in there. Some G.I. Joes. Forgot the Joes. Can't forget the JoJo's. All these, some of these. Zartan. Used to change colors in the sun. And there's still a lot more to save. But yeah, that's it. Next time I'm going to show my comic book collection. I have comic books from the 90s, 80s, 70s, and I even have some Superman comic book, one or two from 1950s. But that one will be next time. Right, boy? Right, boy? Right, boy? Then I'm going to show, I also did some other displays. So let me see. Come here. Let me see. I also did this. Make it all dark. Then I could change colors. I did reds. Uh-oh. What's happening, sir? On. Blues. Blue, I said. Blue. Then blue. And then there's some... Man, let me turn off this light. There's some blues. And then there's some... Oh man, now I can't see the remote. There's some greens. And then there's yellows or purples and all kinds of stuff. Oh, that one down there is green. That needs to go purple. Man, I just love... Man, life is so awesome, man. Enjoy it while it lasts, you know, because we're going to die pretty soon. Not a sad thing, but just contrast life and death. And you will realize, man, you want to live even harder. It's a beautiful life.